Hi guys, good afternoon. My name is Utman Said from NWC Nigeria, and I'm super excited to be online with you guys today. And not just me alone, but together with Blessing Osunde from Bangor University from the UK. So we're having an amazing chat about University of Bangor, talk about the courses, the school presentation entirely, the tuition fee, tuition discount you're going to make, cash process, and of course accommodation for international students at University of Bangor. So in case you are just joining us, I would advise you to get a very quiet place to sit and be part of this program because we got the opportunity to ask one-on-one questions, and at the same time, you are going to get a direct response to all your questions. So I want to use this opportunity to welcome Blessing to our live chat and say good afternoon to you. And how are you doing today?
Hi, Uthman. Thank you so much for the introduction. I'm very well, thank you. And those
So
online, we say welcome for joining. I know you have a lot of questions regarding Bangor University. Don't worry, just stay tuned. And then we're just going to give you a brief history about Bangor University and what to expect as well as a student when you get to Bangor.
all right, that's great. Before we proceed to the program of the day, let me ask you, how are you doing over there, and how's the weather there? And
Actually,
how
I'm
Nigeria?
doing I'm doing great. I'm fine. And then the weather is a little bit cold, but it's okay.
Contrary to what you have here, a bit warm. All right. So for those just joining us, Blessing will be going straight to telling you what Bangor is. Apart from the fact that she wants to tell you, she wants to visualize it so that you can see and understand what she's saying. And she would like to have a briefer presentation about University of Bangor.
Thank you so much,
All right.
Uthman. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
All right. So I just want to give a little presentation about Bangor University because as international student, most times we want to know the university we're going into. We want to know what the university has to offer as an international student, and we want to know what to expect when we get to the university. So actually, what the slide contains is who and where we are as a university, campus life and accommodation, international support. What support will international student receive? What are the programs available for January and September? The entry requirements, how to apply, what are the tuition fee, and then what scholarships are available, and what happens after the program. Bangor University is situated in the beautiful heart of North Wales, surrounded by stunning sceneries, beaches, and lovely mountains. The unique location offers an ideal setting for outdoor activities and a relaxed lifestyle, making Bangor an excellent choice for students who are looking for a peaceful and safe place to study. On my screen here, you can see that Bangor is actually very close to Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, London, and those are the top cities in the UK. So you can see that Bangor is actually 3 hours away from London with a direct train, 1 hour 30 minutes from Liverpool and Manchester, 2 hours 30 minutes from Birmingham, and 3 hours 30 minutes from Dublin. Bangor University has been ranked top three by Student Uni Student Choice Award for um, for best accommodation in the UK. You can imagine staying in the top blue roof building in the picture, and then imagine you having those lovely sceneries I mentioned earlier, the beaches, the lovely mountains, and then the environment. Imagine you having that view outside your window, and imagine you as a student paying for your accommodation at a very discounted rate. So imagine if you're staying in those cities I mentioned earlier, you'll be paying even double or triple of um, the accommodation fee. And then this is what the accommodation actually look like. We have different accommodations for postgraduate students and then undergraduate student, but this is what the facility look like. So we were not just ranked top three in the UK because of the lovely view outside the window or the surroundings. We're actually ranked top three in the UK because of the facilities the school has actually put in place for students. So as a student, you get your own ensuite to yourself, and then you tend to share only just the kitchen area with other students. So it's more like and then suite, maybe five and suite in a building, and then you have your own toilet to your room and your room to yourself, and you tend to share the toilet. You tend to share the kitchen space with other students from different cultures or different countries. Then I know you want to know what's the cost range for this accommodation. For the school, that's the school halls, and that costs £540 to £788 in a month, and then 4,860 to 7,902 in a year. And then for food and entertainment is £100 to £250, 1,200 to £3,000, and then other expenses that might come up is around £100 to 1,200 in a year. Trust me, as a student, you might not even pay up to that amount, because I studied in Bangor. I graduated last year from Bangor University. And then as a student, I actually stayed in a private accommodation where I only had to pay just £300 per month for my accommodation. And then for food and entertainment, I literally did not, I wasn't really the social type. I wasn't really going out, which enabled me save more of my money. And then for food, I didn't spend up to £100 for food in a month, because when I was leaving Nigeria, I actually took most of my food stuff to the UK. And then when I got here, what I did was just to refrigerate this full stuff. And then at the end of the day, I just need to buy maybe just poultry, maybe just chicken, fish, and all those stuff just to cook, which I can get them at a very discounted rate from the mall. And then for other expenses, as a student, I didn't see other expenses coming up. The only thing I could see coming up was when I was not feeling too well, when I was ill. And even as a student, you've paid for your NHS fee, right? So what you just need to do is go to the hospital, contact your doctor or your GP, and then they assess you. After all that, they give you your prescription to get your medications from the pharmacy. And even from the pharmacy, your medication is free. So you can see that Bangor itself has been designed for students, for students to be able to live comfortably and also settle into the environment very easily. I remember as a student, you're expected to show 9,207 to the UKVI as part of your visa application, plus the remaining part of your tuition fee, to show them that when you get to Bangor, you'll be able to take care of your living expenses and also pay the remaining parts of your tuition fee. We have an amazing international support team. These are the first team you're going to meet when you arrive to UK. So once very soon, I'm sure those with offer letters, very soon you receive an email from the international team telling you the dates will be coming to the airport to pick students around January, coming to the airport to pick students, the time as well. So they'll be the first team for you to meet when you arrive to UK. And then we don't just pick you and then drop you at the school gate telling you, oh, get down the bus or get down the coach, you've gotten to the school. This team is actually going to take you to your various accommodation you've actually applied to stay during your study here in Bangor. So, what do this international team do? The international team actually supports or assist students in terms of financial matters. For example, you might be struggling when you get to the university with this current issues of money not reflecting on time here in the UK. You're waiting for your parents and all that, and then you're struggling with that with finance. You can actually contact them. They'll be able to advise you appropriately, or maybe give you that support you might need. And then living and staying in Bangor. For example, you've gotten your offer letter, and then the next thing you need to be looking out for is where you need to stay in Bangor. So these are the best team for you to contact because they will give you the various options of the private accommodation and also the school halls where you can stay when you arrive to university. And it's always advisable for you to start um, looking for an accommodation for you to have a very smooth transition when you get to the UK. And then for general welfare and issues, we as individuals, we struggle with a lot of things. And then most times, as Nigerians, we tend to keep all those things to ourselves, thinking we might be judged if we speak out. But it's totally different. When you get here and you're experiencing any challenges, no matter how silly you think it can be, please feel free to contact the international support team and they'll be glad to give you that support. And then traveling abroad as a student, sometimes during the holiday, we tend to travel to other countries or we want to travel back home. These are the best thing for you to contact to know if it is okay for you to travel, if you're on holiday, and they will notify you for you not to breach your visa contract. You want to get first-hand information. They are the best thing for you to contact. And then in terms of employment regulations, for example, you get to the UK and then you asking people how many hours are you supposed to work, and then people are telling you 25 hours, 10 hours, 18 hours. But for you to get the right information, because you want to get first-hand information, they are the best thing for you to actually contact to know how many hours you're supposed to work as a student. Or maybe, for example, you're on holiday and then your employer is telling you, oh, sorry, you can't work more than 20 hours because you need to show us a proof that you're on holiday. And then you start thinking, what next? What do I do? So they're actually the best thing for you to contact to give you the holiday letter where you can show to your employer that you're on holiday and you can work more than 20 hours. And then when the holiday is over, you'll be able to see what date for you to resume back in school for you not to also breach the UK visa policy as well. And then immigration issues, most of our students do not encounter such situations, but in a case of that, they are the best thing for you to actually contact to give you that support. And then visa application, maybe after your undergraduate program, you want to progress to your master's, or maybe after your master's, you want to progress to your PhD, or maybe after any of your programs, you want to progress to your graduate visa. They're actually the best thing for you to contact, and they're going to do it for you at no charge. You're not going to be charged for anything. They'll help you do the visa application. And then for healthcare, remember I said as a student, when you get into the UK, they'll be the first thing for you to meet. Immediately on that day, when you get to your various accommodations or when you get to school, they're actually going to give you some forms to fill for you to register with the nearest surgery around your environment. And then you can see that because of this amazing team, because of this amazing international team, the university was ranked top two for student experience. We're not just concerned about bringing students to the university and then allowing you be on your own, because most times as international student, when we get to this environment, because it's quite different from our home country, we need those support. So the team are actually there to give you that guidance for them to um, meet your expectations, because without you as a student, there'll be no Bangor University. So this is what our amazing facility look like. So on the top left side, that's what our main lecture theater hall look like, where you'll be receiving your lectures. And then for the top right picture, there's the track and sport field. And then the picture beneath is our gym facilities. So we've also been ranked top two for teaching quality as well. This is what our this is another of our facilities. This is the library. And then this is the MRI scan for those who might be studying the health science courses. And then we have the research ship, which is called the Prince Mandoc ship. Bangor University is the only university in the UK with a research ship. I'm sure you've watched Game of Thrones. It was actually filmed in Bangor. And then this is not the only facilities we have in the university. All the departments, all the schools in Bangor universities have all the necessary facilities for students. So why do we have these facilities available? These facilities are available for students to be able to get first-hand practical experience on the course they are studying, in as much as they are getting the theoretical aspect, they're also getting the practical aspect to prepare them for the business world. That is to prepare them for after school, after their program, they go to an organizations. They should be able to have a basic understanding of what they can do. You understand? So because of these amazing facilities, we've been ranked top 15 in the UK. And then we have some of our undergraduate subject areas. And then we have that for the postgraduate thoughts for January and September. And then what are the entry requirements? For students who be coming through the undergraduate program, they're expected to go into the International Incorporated Bachelor's um, they're expected to go into the foundation program. And the foundation program in Nigeria is the A level, where you have to go through for you to have a basic understanding of what to expect when you get to year one. So, for example, it's just like you finishing your secondary school and then you're going for a pedigree course for you to have an understanding of what to expect when you get to year one. So, year one is going to be like a walkover. You already have a knowledge of what to get when you're getting to year one. So once you successfully finish your foundation program or your foundation degree with Bangor University, you're going to progress to your year one. So from your year one, year two, year three, and then when you finish, you can decide to go for your master's as well, which most international students do when they arrive Bangor. So after your master's, you progress to your after your undergrad, you progress to your master's program. Then for those who will be coming via PGD for masters, you're expected to show your WAEC result. You must have acquired a C6 in your WAEC, and then you must show your previous degree from your previous university, and then you're expected to write an outstanding SOP and also make sure that your CV tailors with what is in your SOP. And then the Business Bangor School actually accepts students with HND degrees. And these students with HND degrees must have a 3 years plus working experience and also proof of English. The student is either to submit an IELTS exam or write an English language test on the school website. And then for those coming for PhD, that's Master's Research, the student is expected to write an outstanding research proposal, go on the school website, that's on the school you intend studying. Maybe, for example, you want to study maybe a PhD program on public health. So, as a student, you need to go on the School of Public Health in Bangor and check for prospective supervisors who might be interested in your research proposals. You check their own profile, check whoever's profile is going to is kind of related to what you intend doing in your research proposal. Send them an email, and then if they're happy to supervise you, you also get a response. So once you get a response that they are okay to supervise your project, then you're going to easily receive an offer from Bangor University. And then for the undergraduate, for those coming for undergraduate student, we have some of our pathway providers in Nigeria where you can actually do those foundation program if you don't want to come to the UK. We have Bridge House, we have Green Spring School, Edgewood College. They are actually situated in Nigeria. You can, when you finish your foundation program from all those from our pathway providers in Nigeria, you can then come to the UK for your year one, which is your 100 level. But if you don't want to do the program, the foundation program in Nigeria, you want to do it here in the UK, then that's not a problem. You can also come to the UK to do the foundation program. And then I know a lot of us want to know what's the cost for the tuition fee. For the undergraduate program, the master's thoughts, and then also the postgraduate research, the courses, the fees actually varies. For undergraduate program, the fee is within £16,000 to 18,500. Postgraduate thought 17,000 to £20,000, and then postgraduate research, which is the PhD, is 16,500 to 21,500 pounds. So that's the cost range for those who might be coming to study. So it depends on the course you're coming to study in that determines your tuition fee. And then at the moment, our initial deposit is £3,750. I know some of you have an offer letter already, and you just want a breakdown of the tuition fee, the flexibility payment, that's the installment plan and all that. If you've gotten your offer letter, what you need to do at the moment is go make your initial deposit of £3,750 before the 30th of November. Once you make that payment, that's the £3,750, before 30th of November, you automatically receive a £500 off your tuition fee. So basically, that £500 is for you to have it back to yourself to be able to do your visa application. But for you to get that £500, you need to hurry now to do that application to make the initial payment to get that off your tuition fee before 30th of November. So after making payment of your tuition fee, you automatically receive a notification to get on to log in on CashShield. So basically, CashShield is like an app where where we're gonna prepare you for visa application. So you'll be requested to submit some supporting documents, and then also, most importantly, you submit your TB test certificate and also your bank statement. Remember, your bank statement needs to be 28 days matured before applying for your visa to the UKVI. So once you've been able to submit all those documents and pass the credibility interview. So the credibility interview is you having your laptop to yourself and then questions popping up your screen. So what you need to do is be confident, look into the camera and answer those questions. So once you're able to pass the credibility interview, it shows that you're going to be a credible student to the university, and then we'll progress to the next stage by issuing your CAS. Once you get your CAS, you do your visa application with NWC. Once you do your visa application, upon arrival to Bangor University, you're expected to make 25% of your tuition fee again, which is a 3,750, for you to have access to your blackboard, for you to have for you to be able to see your timetable as well and attend to classes. And then the other payment of your tuition fee can be paid on installment basis. So you have 25, that is twice, or you could speak to the finance team to ask them what are the installment plan available for you to be able to pay the remaining part of your tuition fee. And then we've also been ranked second university in Wales, and we've been ranked the best Welsh university in 2023 as well. So we have a lot of scholarships available. For the undergraduate student, if you've excellently performed well in your maybe foundation program or WIEC, you need to go on the school website. For those coming in September, that's for the undergraduate, you need to go on the school website, check what's the entry check if you meet the entry requirement, and then apply for the VC scholarship. And then for those coming for the and then for those who have excellently performed well in their WIEC or foundation program, you're going to receive a £6,000 off your tuition fee automatically. And then for the undergraduate international scholarship, Every student, regardless of what grade they've previously acquired, they're going to receive a £4,000 off their tuition fee. That's for undergraduate students. And if you're a returning student from maybe foundation program to undergraduate, you're going to receive a £10,000 off your tuition fee. Or maybe your siblings have studied before in Bangor, you're going to receive a discount off your tuition fee. And then for the postgraduate student, if you have excellently performed well in your previous degree, which is your BSc, maybe for example you had the first class, then you need to go on the school website to do check what's the entry requirement for the VC scholarship, which is currently going on. Check the school website, check what's the entry requirements, and if you meet up to the entry requirement, the scholarship committee will communicate to you, which if you do, you are going to get a £10,000 off your tuition fee. And then for first class students who did not apply for the VC scholarship or did not meet the entry requirement, don't worry, you're going to receive a £5,000 off your tuition fee automatically. And then, regardless of what grade you've gotten from previous degree, if you're coming to Bangor for a master's degree, you automatically receive a £3,000 off your tuition fee. And then we have the alumni existing student discount. Are you a returning student or you have a family in Bangor, then you're going to receive a £1,000 off your tuition fee. And then the same thing for the PhD student. We have the Dean Scholarship, which is valid at 20%, the Head of School Scholarship, which is valid at 10% as well, and then the Vice Chancellor Scholarship, which is valid at 50% as well. And then if you're a returning student or you have a family here in Bangor, you're going to receive a £10,000 off. You're going to receive a £1,000 off your tuition fee. Bangor University has over 150 clubs and society, and then the African community is one of the strongest community. I'm not just saying this because I'm African or because you're African, but Bangor University, the African community is one of the strongest community in Bangor University. So these communities are actually free for you to join, and this community basically was actually created because they realized that a lot of international students are living far away from home. So this society is for students to be able to mingle with people, talk to people, and also learn people's cultures as well. And then we have professional qualifications and accreditations. In Nigeria, we pay heavily to get all these certifications. But the good thing is, those who might be studying in the business school will have the opportunity to graduate with a dual degree. So what you need basically is just to pass your program. Once you pass your program, you automatically get this degree. We have the employability service. The employability service, what do? They actually assist undergraduate students in terms of internship program. So once you're an undergraduate program and you get to Bangor University, you're going to receive they're going to assist you with internship placement. And then for graduate students who come to Bangor who are looking for part-time jobs, or undergraduate students, they can actually assist you with part-time jobs. Or maybe, for example, an undergrad or postgraduate student who wants to revamp their CV and they don't know how to go about it. Or instead of stressing going online to start browsing some UK CV sample and all that, you can actually contact this team and they'll help you do that. And then you want to also prepare for interview. You want to know how you want somebody to prep you on how to prepare for interviews, because it's totally different from what we have in Nigeria. This team are actually the best team for them to prep you. And for example, you have a degree, you don't know where you can work with those degree. That is not a problem. They can actually explore what you can do with those degree. And then in terms of job search, you're looking for how to search for jobs. that's not a problem. They can actually teach you how to do that best, on how best to do the job search. So this is where some of our graduates actually end up. And I keep saying, for those who might be interested in the business, in studying communication, might have the opportunity to check for any check for any voluntary course in to check for any voluntary job from the BBC, which is actually in the school. So they can actually have an opportunity to work with them, to get that experience on their CV, and then after their program they might likely get a job, even not in Bangor but maybe in other similar industry. And then this was me last year when I graduated from Bangor University. The little dragon over there is just a symbol of Welsh, just the symbol we have in green and white flag in Nigeria. So their symbol here as well is Welsh, which is green and red. So the next slide is just a video of what to expect when you get to Bangor University and what we've been talking about imputed in a video format.
I chose Bangor University because it's not only rich with history, but I wanted to be a part of an institution which is modern, cutting edge, and is focused on making a difference in society. The university got the most traditional look, but then again, this kind of gives you both perspectives, so you can feel like you're living in the modern world, but you have that connection with the history as well. This is kind of amazing. The standard of teaching is very high quality. The university helps you to implement the skills that you have learned, to be able to use them when you're working in a very modern setting. Not only you're being taught about academics, but also they're teaching you how to be a better human. So they're actually trying to help you in every single domain. I think Bangor University gives me a really good hands-on experience and also prepare me for actually going to the real world because they got the employability service here. So if you've got any questions about CV or anything, you just go and ask. If you want to do placement or if you want to find jobs, they got really good connections. They provide us good opportunity for like internships and give you advice to build up your CV. I feel like I'm a part of Bangor University. They have student support. People are very friendly here. They have a lot of clubs and societies, art, drama, sports, like everything is really amazing. The location, that's why I chose Bangor. The mountains and the sea, it's so naturally beautiful here. A lot of hiking in Snowdonia is one of the most beautiful national parks in the world. You don't have to take a bus to your lectures, everything's in walking distance. The fact that Bangor University, the lifestyle is so affordable than any other place. I do so many more new things, and I feel like it's definitely improved the quality of my life. I think there are a lot of things to take away from Bangor. We do a lot of sustainable projects here. The Students' Union, they run a project so every week we go litter pick around nature reserves or bike paths, walking paths. It feels very rewarding, and I will definitely be taking that to wherever I go next. If you're looking for somewhere to study friendly and supportive, I think here will be the best because I really care. This is the best decision that I decided to come to study Bangor University, and I'm so proud to study here.
So we can see from the video, everything we've been talking about has been put in the video format. So you've been able to see the unique location, where the university is situated, the available facilities, what support you're going to receive as an international student. And then Bangor is no ordinary university. It's a place to think, a place to explore, and a place to achieve. Thank you so much. I know you have a lot of questions. Don't worry, I'm here to answer those questions.
Wow, what a presentation! So amazing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I know it's a
Can you
little.
hear me, Blessing? Are you on the screen now?
Yes, can you
Okay, can
see
you
me
hear me
now?
now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. I said, what an amazing presentation. So cool and perfect. And I like the ending part of the presentation anyway. And it's also good to know that Blessing is from Nigeria and also an alumni of Bangor University. So if she's talking to you about Bangor, she's telling you everything as a Nigerian and also as someone who has been there, who has think about it, been able to explore and achieve. So thanks so much for that presentation as we go into questions and answer session. I hope you can hear me well, man.
Yeah, I can hear you, Uthman. Thank you so much. I'm glad the
All right, good.
presentation was informative. And
All
sorry to
right,
keep it long.
okay, that's fine. Then Kehinde Amadu is from NWC Lagos Island. She has just joined us too, and I think she's
Oh,
working
okay.
at home today. And she'll be reading out some of the questions to us. But before reading out the question from the audience, again, if you just join us during our presentation, this is Blessing Osunde from Bangor University, and she has made an amazing presentation concerning the university. So, in case you miss anything, you can't miss anything on NWC page, or you just need to do this to have a rewatch of this program at the end of the day. Then you have the full video again. You can rewatch it. Then you can still ask question by dropping your question on the comment boxes. Then we are still going to respond to that. And now, if you just join, you have opportunity to drop comment in form of question, then she will be able to answer them. We have some question already, but still, I personally have some clarification to make about the presentation before we go to answering your questions. So, for I want to ask question about the support, employability support before, and I am very happy that at the end of towards the end of the presentation, you were able to come up with that employability service team. They are able to help international students to
Yeah.
that guides international students on how to get employment and prepare a bankable CV and the rest. So I want to know, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can see that Bangor University has a lot of scholarship opportunity that even some of our agents are not aware of it. So probably most of our students will have taken advantage of so many scholarship opportunity that you got. So one of them is the family member scholarship. So
Yeah.
what are the documents required to prove that oh, this is my family member? And secondly, can I prove relationship with a friend who is currently studying at Bangor to have a scholarship claim?
Okay, all right. Thank you for that question. We don't do friends discount because you invited your friend and then you get a discount off it. No. So what we do basically is just to show family ties. If I'm saying Usman is my brother, then I should be able to provide my birth certificate. I should be able to provide my birth certificate and also your birth certificate, which shows that there's a family tie. It shows the same surname, it shows the same mother and father's name, and then the only thing different on that birth certificate should be my name and your name, which shows that there's actually a tie between me and you.
Okay. So now, like my friend, like Asan Olaiwola now in Bangor, who is my friend, there's nowhere I'm going to, even though I was one that invited him to come and study, there's nowhere I will be able to claim that friendship, right? Because those are
At the
some of the
mo-
questions that some people
at
will
the
want to ask.
At the moment, we don't have that available. It's just a family discount and a returning discount. So if the student is progressing from master's to PhD or undergraduate to master's, then they receive a discount off their tuition fee. And then if the student have a family member currently in Bangor, then the student will also get a discount off their tuition fee. But for friends discount, we don't have that available at the moment.
Oh, all right, that's fine. And I see at the beginning of the presentation, you shared the picture of amazing facilities, accommodation for international students. So I want to know, What are the procedures to get that, and how easy?
It's very easy to get the school halls. And then, like I said, we have different options. We have the private accommodation, and then we have the school halls. So if the student decide to stay in the school halls, the student will have to um, well, I'll have to link the student with the international team or link them to the school halls unit who are actually responsible for the school hall accommodation. So once they contact them, they give them all the necessary procedures, maybe like they might tell them the accommodation is for 1 year, but they can sign a contract of 6 months, things like that. They let them know about the whole procedures and all that. And then if they're okay with everything, with the policy or the contract, then they're expected to make the payment. So they tell them what the payment plan is. And then when they get to Bangor, they can stay in their accommodation. But if they don't want to stay in the school halls, I'm also going to link them up with the international team where they can give them various options of staying in private accommodations where they have to contact private landlords to see if they have any suitable accommodation for them where they can actually stay.
Oh, all right, that's fine. For many international students, they want to ask us, yeah, this is Bangor. I believe the university is in Wales, and they want to know the possibility of being able to use their 20 hours to work. Because information like, okay, we couldn't even use the 20 hours. Some people complain that maybe they can't find a job or something. It's not applicable in Bangor. That student will not be able to find something to do for the 20 hours permits to work.
Actually, as international students, when they get here, they mingle with other international students who will be able to provide them informations of available places to work. So, as an international student, they have places they can actually do the 20 hours, just only 20 hours as a student. But when they're on holiday, they can work more than 20 hours. Like I said before, the employability team will actually support students in terms of part-time jobs. They can contact the team and then they will let them know how to look for part-time jobs. So if there's any available, they can get that. And then sometimes student might be lucky. Maybe, for example, they might be working in certain departments, and then after they might be working as intern and all that. Then once they've been able to get all those experience on their CVs, that gives them an upper edge when they finish their programs and they're looking for job out there. So that experience on their CV would definitely make them have an advantage after their program, especially when it's in a similar industry where they've done that 20 hours as a student.
Oh, okay. So that's great. So it's a good thing that Bangor University seems to accept for direct masters HND holder from Nigeria. So does it require that they have a specific grade, like upper credit, lower credit, pass, distinction, or something? I understand that they have to at least have 3 years working experience to qualify for that, and a test of English or a test of English either from IELTS or your school. But what about the qualification they must have graduated with? That's in their ND and HND.
All right. Like I said, the Bangor Business School is the only school in Bangor that actually accepts students with HND. And then student with HND degree must provide proof of English, either IELTS, or they need to write an English test on the school website from Bangor University. And then need to show 3 years plus working experience, right? But most times, the university accept any grade, but it's going to be much better if we have students with an upper credit, right? With your upper credits, it's going to be much better, and it's going to make it very easy for the admission officer to make a decision at the first instance, right? But with the third
Okay.
class, it needs to go through so many processes to see if the student will struggle once they get to Bangor. The student needs to write an amazing SOP, an outstanding SOP. The student needs to show um, years of work experience to back up the applications as well. And then even with all that, it's not still certain that the student might also get an offer, right? but meaning the admission officer won't be able to make a decision at the first instance because of the grade the student has had. So that needs to go to the school for the professors in that department to make a decision to check if the student will struggle when they get on the program. We do accept them, but like I said, it's going to take a lot of stages of approval, checking if the student meets the entry requirement. Do you understand? But then for those with upper credit, it's more advisable for them to apply because at the first instance, if they have an amazing SOP and then the CV tailors with what is in their SOP, the admission officer can immediately make a decision on the student application.
All right, so that's great. I got a lot of questions to ask, but still, I would still like to let's go through some of the questions that have been dropped for us among our viewers. So if
Okay.
you are still watching us, please, and you got some questions to ask, kindly use the comment section to drop your question. Now we'll be reading out some of those questions as Kanye will read them out to us.
Okay.
Kenny, can you see?
Okay, good afternoon. Okay, so Emmanuel asks, please, I'm just joining. Please talk about undergraduate programs.
All right. Hi, Emmanuel. Thank you for your question. We have a lot of undergraduate programs. It depends on what you want to study. Please, after the live section, you can send me an email. You can go on the school website, check for Blessing Osunde. You see my details. Please send me your course of interest, or you can contact NWC to tell them what course you want to study, and then we'll be able to direct you appropriately. But we have a lot of courses on the school website you can actually study.
Uh, All right, and for undergraduates, actually the basic admission requirement for undergraduate is your WIAC or NECO results, your international passport, if you have a CV and a personal statement. So if you got that, then we'll be able to guide you appropriately on how to apply to University of Bangor as an undergraduate. So the next question.
And then, sorry to say, Emmanuel, if you're coming through undergraduate program in Bangor University, you can't just get in with only your WIAC results. You need to have an A level qualification, or we'll call it they call it A level over there, but here we call it foundation program. So we have some of our pathway providers where you could do those program in Nigeria. Or if you want to come do it in the UK, that's not a problem. We have a foundation school where you can come do the program as well. So if you need further clarification, Emmanuel, please feel free to reach me via email. I'll be glad to attend to your request.
Oh, all right, that's fine. So for undergrads, a majority of them, they really don't regard foundation program as something different entirely from that of the university. So in most cases, when they're making inquiry for undergrad, so they're asking for foundation program. I hope you
Yeah.
understand me, man.
Are you talking to me?
All right, so yes. So what I was saying is this: that when they're asking when they're asking for undergraduate program, they
Yeah.
are asking for the foundation program.
Oh,
They
okay.
are seeking for
Okay.
details about the foundation.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All
So,
right. Thank you.
yeah, man. So the next question.
Okay, Ojo has, can I ask when is Bangor deadline for January intake? January 2024 intake.
Oh, okay.
That's cast
Okay.
deadline.
Yeah.
That's
Our
cast deadline, right?
yeah, yeah. Our cast deadline is currently 22nd of December. But if there will be any changes, definitely you're gonna receive an email from us saying we've extended cast. But at the moment it's 22nd of December. But if there's any changes, be rest assured that you receive an email from us as well.
And okay, for the cast process, the student need to provide bank statement to prove that they have enough fund in their account before cast is being issued. I
Yes.
understand the fact that they are still going to go through credibility interview.
Yes. As a student, coming to Bangor University, before the insurance of cast, they need to submit their bank statement or their financial statement stating that they will be able to um, they were able to fund for themselves when they arrived to UK. So they're expected to show the 9207 in their account, which is the maintenance cost or the living expenses, and then the remaining part of the tuition fee. So imagine paying 3750 out of your initial deposit. The remaining balance of your tuition fee, you need to add it to the 9207. So that's what you need to show as your proof of fund. But please remember, I know we're having a terrible inflation right now in Nigeria. So please, it's better for you to have, maybe for example, after adding everything up together, you're expected to show 19 million in your account. Please and please, if you have up to 20 million, please round it up, round your have enough than you not having enough, because there's really no time for January application. So it's better for you to have more money in your account in case the fluctuation, in case the naira rate keep fluctuating, maybe increasing, you're on the safer side, and we won't have to reject that bank statement. But when you have maybe just the exact amount, and then the money keep increasing, that's the inflation rate keep increasing, then unfortunately we'll have to reject that bank statement, and then you won't be able to come in for January anymore. It will have to be for September, because we really don't have time this January. Please have enough in your account so that you don't get any rejection in your financial document.
That's clear, and thanks so much for that clarification. Okay, this Ghanaiat Abejide, how soon can an offer be granted to study or who apply for MSc by research?
Okay.
So she's
Hi,
trying to ask
Gania.
for your advice.
Okay. All right, Ghanaians. Immediately you secure, like I mentioned earlier, if you're coming for an MSc research, you need to write an outstanding um, research proposal. Go on that particular school website and look for a supervisor. Once you get a supervisor who you think might be interested in your research, and the supervisor sees your research proposal and they are interested in it, that fasting the admission to give you an offer letter, because it shows that you have a supervisor who is ready to supervise your research work. So once you're able to get a supervisor, trust me, within 24 hours or 48 hours, you're going to receive an unconditional offer from Bangor University.
Oh, right. So,
Okay.
Kenny, can you read out this?
Okay, to apply to this university and get a scholarship, how many points are required for academic results of secondary, higher secondary, and IELTS score?
So I think
Okay,
Hussein is from Bangladesh or Pakistan,
I
probably
think.
watching from some of
Oh,
our page.
okay, for Bangladesh, we have an international recruiter officer who actually covers that region. So I think if the student, maybe for example, a student like for the postgraduate student, you need to have a first class. So literally for the undergraduate student, you need to show like AAA in all your courses. For I don't know what they call it in Bangladesh, but in Nigeria, why you need to have AAA, and then maybe your foundation program you perform excellently well as well, having AAA and all that. So definitely you're gonna go on the school website, do the application, check what's the entry requirement. Definitely the entry requirement should be writing an astounding personal statement why you need that scholarship. If you meet the entry requirements, the scholarship committee will communicate to you, right? But if you don't get the £10,000, which is the VC scholarship, after the whole assessment by the scholarship committee, you're definitely going to receive a £6,000 off your tuition fee as a student coming for undergraduate program in Bangor, because of that outstanding grades you've had in your WAEC. I don't know what's called in Bangladesh. So I don't know if I've answered that question.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That's fine.
Hi, Blessing. Thank you for an amazing presentation. Do you have MSc research courses for January 2024 intake?
Hi, Mustafa. Thank you for your question. We have a lot of research courses available for January 2024. Please go on the school website, check for your course of interest, send us an email, and we'll be able to provide that support on how to go about it as well. But if you can't navigate the school website, that's not a problem. You can contact NWC. They'll be able to assist you with that, with helping you search for the right course.
Wow, this is lovely. I can't wait to be in
Next, this
Bangor
one is
University.
serious.
All right.
Looking
All
forward.
right, Usman. We look forward to having you.
Thanks for this amazing
All
presentation.
right.
This is an undergraduate program available for January 2024.
Hi, Lawal. Thank you
Uh,
for your question. The undergraduate programs are available from September, but that's not a problem. You can actually start your application now so that by that time you won't start rushing. So if you want to join us in September, please you can start your application as soon as possible with NWC to be able to assist you with the whole process. And you can send me an email as well. So we don't have the programs available for January till September 2024.
all right. This has been so great, and this program is meant to just last for an hour. So we've got about 3 minutes to end this conversation. And I think the last question I was asked now will be, oh, we got two more questions. So after this, then we'll call it a day.
Okay. I
Some
think
of us.
Okay.
there are new questions.
We
Yes.
have issues with some of our institution in providing transcript. I would like to confirm if the transcript will actually affect the CAS insurance.
Hi, Teslim. Thank you for your message. Good afternoon. Unfortunately, without a transcript, you won't be offered an unconditional offer. You need to provide your transcript before you can be given an unconditional offer. So, if you don't have a transcript, the admissions team will not assess your document. So please ensure you have your transcript before commencing on your offer on your application with the university.
All right. So this is the last question.
A student got an unconditional offer, but he made a mistake
The
in his
student got an
email,
offer.
which he has provided the correct email, and email has been sent to Bangor University, but no response yet.
All right, Aisha, my sincere apologies on that. Please, can you send me an email regarding the student and or you could you forward me the email you've sent earlier that is yet to be responded to? Please, if you want my details, kindly contact NWC. They will give you my email address. Please forward the email and I'll be glad to chase up for you. Sincere apologies
All
on
right. So
the
that.
response.
All right. That's fine. If you are just joining us, don't worry. We are running up already, but you got nothing to miss. Just rewatch this. Then you have the full 1 hour program, including the presentation, and you can ask a question thereafter. And at the same time, I want to remind you that Blessing just gave us a good news that if you paid your tuition deposit before or on or before 30th of November 2023, you have a great opportunity to have £500 discount. That's just an automatic discount. It is form of an early bird discount if you made the payment on time. So you don't want to miss this. Whatever means you want to use to make a deposit, so just make it as soon as possible. Let the school get your payment before the 30th of November. Then you have that 500. The 500 is so huge. It could even go a long way to pay your IHS.
That's
So you
five
might not
hundred
pay all,
pounds.
but still, it,
That's 500,000 naira in Nigerian money or more.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you can
So
imagine you having
it's even
that
more.
money for
So
your visa application. That's a lot, right? So quickly make your
and
initial
that is
deposit
enough to pay the visa
so you
fee.
can get that 500 pounds off your tuition fee. And we can't wait to also have you for the January intake. If you're coming for the January intake, don't worry. You're going to meet me at the airport, coming to welcome me as well to Bangor University.
A question just came
Oh, this
in.
guy is asking now. The 500 £500 discount. You say, can it be deducted from the POF?
Yes, like I said, it's going to be deducted from your tuition fee, right? If you make your initial deposit before the 30th of November, and let's say you have only £5,000 left of your tuition fee, automatically we're going to reduce your tuition fee to 4,500. So the 4,500, you're going to add it to your proof of funds. So automatically, the £500 have been deducted from your proof of funds as well. So,
All right. So
yeah.
that is very clear. So it means you earn that discount. Of course, you can make a deduction from your financial document. So that is fine. It has been an amazing day. And the last two question I'm going to ask is, the first one is, Blessing, why should Nigerian students come to Bangor to study?
Okay.
In
Why?
just wrap up.
Okay, so why you should come to Bangor to study? One, because of our unique location. Like I showed you earlier in the video, the Bangor University or Bangor environment itself has been designed in a way whereby once international student come in or one student come in, it's a place where they can be able to live independently. They don't need to struggle, and then they're going to settle in very easily as a student when they get to the university. And in terms of affordability, Bangor itself is very affordable for all international students and every other student, even if they are not internationals. It's a very affordable place as well. Like I said, if you're staying in Birmingham or the top cities, London and all that, definitely they have their accommodation fee. It's totally different from what we have in Bangor. You can imagine as a Bangor student, you're paying just £300 for your accommodation. That's quite cheap. So you can see we are affordable. We have a unique location. We have amazing facilities. You can imagine you coming as a student and then you're having both the theoretical aspect and also the practical aspect of a course. Imagine we're not just making students have an exceptional certification or have a very good degree, but we're also making sure that students have that practical experience of um, the real business world. So we're actually making sure that students also have that basic knowledge of what to expect once they finish their program and once they start on a job. For example, imagine someone who studied accounting, right, in Bangor University or every other courses, and then in the course, you've acted like a financial analyst. You've been given a lot of case study where you need to act as a financial analyst or a manager, whereby the company or the organization is running into debt or anything, and then you need to make decision as a leader. Imagine doing all those practical stuff on the course, and then after your program, you go to an organizations where you're applying for a managerial positions, and then such questions comes up, and then you see yourself answering those questions like you've actually had the work experience. But you can see that the school has actually prepared you for that aspect already because they know it's going to come. So you're already having that practical knowledge of what to expect in the business world. And then as a student, we Nigerians, we don't have the opportunities we have over here. You have the international support, you have your personal tutor, you have everybody's support here in the school. You can actually go into anybody's office to speak with them, no matter what position that person might be. So you as that support as an international student, you're going to receive it. If you're struggling with anything, you're going to receive that support as well. But just to let you know that once you get here as an international student, you're not struggling with anything because you're going to receive that support from the international team. So what I want you to have in mind is Bangor has a unique location. We're very affordable. We have amazing facilities, and you're going to receive support from the international um, office if the need arises.
Wow. Wow, that's a great wrap up. And thanks so much for that. And what do you have to say about NWC education?
Okay, NWC is one of our partner with Bangor University. Are you a student and then you're thinking of how to do your visa application? You don't know how to go about it, then don't worry. They are our visa experts. They'll help you with your visa application. And the good thing about it is you don't need to pay them any money. It's free. They're going to help you do your visa application, and their visa application rate is usually in 99%. And then you want to apply to the university, you don't know what are the documents, you don't know how to go about it. They can also prepare you for your credibility interview as well. So you need to contact them, and they'll help you do all your application right from the start till the end when you get to us in Bangor University.
Wow. Thanks so much for this amazing presentation. Thanks for your time. Thanks for answering all our questions. And at the same time, thanks so much for response and support to give to all students, not just our students, all students coming to Bangor, all Nigeria coming to Bangor. And at the same time, thanks for making it to our event the last time in Lagos. Really appreciate all those kind gestures you give to us as an agency. For all of you that have joined us today, really appreciate you. Thanks so much, Asan Olayiwola, watching from Bangor himself, and so many other people
Oh,
are even
really?
in
We have a
Bangor and just
student
there
watching from, we have a
to
student
watch
watching
and see
from
one of their
Bangor.
own.
Do we have a student
Yes,
watching
we have
directly
someone
from
watching from
Bangor?
Bangor too.
Oh, please, they should just say hello
Yes,
so that
yes,
I
yes,
can see
yes. Yeah.
them.
Watching from Bangor, Asan Olayiwola, say hi so that you can
From
see
Bangor, say
or she can see
hello.
you. And so thanks so much, everybody. And Kendi Amadu, thanks so much too. And can you say a goodbye to everybody too? And see them again.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining. Hi
All
Blessing, and
right.
thank you for joining as well.
Have a lovely day
Hi, Candace. Nice
and
meeting you.
bye.
Thank you
All right,
so
Yeah.
Blessing.
much.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Have a great day.
everyone.
All
Any
right.
Yeah.
question, please feel free to reach us via email. I will be glad to attend to your request. And those coming to Bangor, see you soon. And bye. Have a great day.
Bye. You too. Bye.
Bye.